Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone present on that side. I Vinay again welcome each and everyone on the Live Physics VK channel. So, here we are again gathered to continue our class 12th physics, which the topic that we were dealing was the second unit named as the electricity. And as you can see on my back side on that board that we have the similar and the same topic that we discussed in the previous lecture, means we discuss about the drift velocity, we discuss about the relation between current and drift velocity, and at the end we discuss about the verification of Ohm's law. And after doing that verification of Ohm's law, we get to know about the new concept of the resistance. And here I mentioned that we are going to continue. So we are continuing the same step or the same procedure where we left in the previous lecture. So बोर्ड वहीं से स्टार्ट हो रहा है जहां पे हम लोगों ने अपने आप को लास्ट लेक्चर में फिनिश आउट किया था. So let's start through the Ohm's law. So again, in a quick manner, let us revise what is the Ohm's law state or what is the statement of Ohm's law. So today we are going to work on Ohm's law. So we all know that the statement of Ohm's law from the class 10th, but again let us revise that. What is the Ohm's law state? It states that what is it is stating that the current through any conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference provided across the conductor for given material at constant temperature. And that is the important line, the last line that we have written. This is our important condition. So what we get to know about in the previous, that V is being directly proportional to the R. But this is the only directly proportional when the material is constant, or you can say material is given. So do not change the nature of material and temperature is constant. When these two conditions are being satisfied, then only we can say mathematically V is directly proportional to the I. And when this proportionality sign removes, what comes? A constant. And this constant factor is called as resistance. So we are going to study resistance, but we all know that this is the expression for the Ohm's law. V is equal to R into I. But the Ohm's law is only applicable, it would be only applicable when we have the what? The temperature and material should be in a constant manner. So we are done with that. Okay, so one more thing, since V is being directly proportional to I, so we can have the variation of small thing that we are going to do, variation of potential difference means capital V versus current through the conductor. So V versus I variation. So the plotting, we all know this is also being the part of the class 10, V and I. It was going to start from the origin and it is going in a straight line manner. So V versus I, the plotting would be a straight line because V is being directly proportional to I. Done? So this is the graph or the variation and we have to work the small numericals related to that. हम लोग इस पे काम करेंगे. Okay, so One important point if I want to give you regarding this V versus I. So on the y-axis we have the V. On the x-axis we have the current. So, and the plotting would be a straight line. So if you know that, if we know, or if you have a little bit knowledge about the geometry of the mathematics, हम लोगों ने geometry आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा. Okay, the students from the biology might be वो उन लोगों ने नहीं deal किया है. So I want to discuss a small thing. ये हम लोग class में भी already discuss कर चुके हैं. Since the plotting between the two quantities is been a straight line, and for a straight line, you all know that for straight line, the equation is y is equal to mx plus c, where y represents the quantity on y-axis, x represents the quantity on x-axis, m represents, you know that, m represents or indicate you what? Slope, and c represents the intercept. Intercept means, in a simple language, if you want to know, हम लोग ज़्यादा complex part में नहीं जाते हैं, but in a simple language, if I want to say what is the meaning of c means intercept, which is a constant, it means from where your graph has been start. कहाँ से आपका graph start हुआ है? So our graph has been start from the origin. So c would be 0 here. यहाँ पे c कितना है? 0. Now, according to Ohm's law, so according to Ohm's law, which is also been a straight line, so V is equal to R into I. So on the y-axis we have what? Potential, definitely. On the x-axis we have the current, it is also. So if we compare the straight line equation with the Ohm's law, if we compare, because it is a straight line equation and Ohm's law also gives you the straight line, means the variation of V versus I also would be a straight line, means Ohm's law means we are talking about under this condition. And if we compare, and since it also start from the origin, that's why the intercept would be 0. So C is 0, on y-axis we have V, on x-axis we have I. So if we compare with that, so we can say that the most important line I am writing here, the note is what we call the slope resistance. So here by comparing, the slope is equivalent to resistance. So you can write that slope of V versus I gives or is equal to what? Resistance. You have to remember, this is the most important point. So what information that we get from the variation of V versus I, हम V और I से क्या information plot कर सकते हैं, क्या gather कर सकते हैं, and that information is the slope of V versus I gives you the resistance. Slope in Hindi means ढलान. So more be the slope, more be the resistance of that device. तो जितना ज़्यादा आपका slope होगा, उतना ही ज़्यादा आपका क्या होने वाला है? Resistance. But remember, it is V versus I, means on the y-axis it should be potential, on the x-axis it should be what? Current. If you either you, and it has been seen from the CBSE side or any other competition exam side, it has been seen that to make a question a little bit trickier, what they do in this type of numerical, they interchange the axis of the quantities. Means on the y-axis they will give you I, and on the x-axis they will give you the V. So इस बार हमारा y-axis पे I आ गया, और अगर हम इसको इस तरीके से लेके आते हैं, if I want to take I on the y-axis, so I is equal to 1 by R into V. Got it? If we have y on the y-axis, if we have current, if I interchange, I am talking about that. तो अगर यहाँ पे I आ जाता है, यहाँ पे V, so we will try to make in that compare y, and on the x-axis if we have V. So now what is the slope is giving you? 1 by R. So you can also note down that the slope of I versus V, current versus potential. Initially I am talking about y-axis, then I am talking about x-axis. V versus I, yx, I versus V, yx. It will give you is equal to 1 upon resistance. So this time you can say the slope of I versus V it is inversely proportional to resistance. तो इसका मतलब I versus V का स्लोप जितना ज्यादा होगा रेजिस्टेंस उतना ही कम होगा. I versus V. This is a small technical point जो हम लोग कई बार mostly we forgot to understand. And for this point I want to discuss and I want to clear this out that this type of variations means one variation हम लोग already पढ़ चुके हैं. Remember Q versus V in the capacitance. Q versus V, that the amount of charge stored is directly proportional to V, so its slope gives the capacitance, and this type of numerical was put in the assignment. Similarly, we have V versus I, its slope gives us the information. And if I tell you the talking about the complete 12th class, so there would be 5 to 6 type of this type of graph 5 से 6 बनने वाले हैं आपके, in which we can allow you to compare such type of material. That कि if I gave you the two material, okay, it is V versus I for two material A and material B, which would have a greater resistance, which would have a lower resistance, that is depend upon the teacher that he is asking. So it is V versus I, so the slope give you the resistance. So more be the slope, more be the resistance. But if it is I versus V, so the slope of I versus V gives you 1 by resistance, because we are going to compare by this equation. Means the slope is inversely proportional to resistance. But slope of what? Slope of I versus V. So if it is I versus V, the slope is inversely, so it means more be the slope, less be the resistance. So this time V has a greater resistance. So it means is that I want to say that you have to be pretty much concerned while you are observing such type of graph. जब भी आप इस ग्राफ को ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, please be concerned that the variation is which quantity versus which, means on y-axis which quantity we have, on x-axis which quantity we have. हमारे पास कौन सा y पे है और कौन सा x पे है. It matters a lot. ये सारा कहानी बदल देगा. So that's why please be focused on that. Okay. Rest of the thing, please by pausing the video you can note it down. We have the Ohm's law, we have the statement of Ohm's law, we have the mathematical expression, we have the graph, but we get to know about these two things. Might be most of the student or commonly you know from the 10th class में भी ऐसे numerical आते थे, but please we are going to do it all again. So हम लोग new चीजें सीखेंगे, but it does not mean we are going to skip the 10th class concept. So please keep in mind and note it down first of all. Done? Okay. So from here we get to know about the Ohm's law. हम लोगों ने Ohm's law को discuss किया. Now I want to take you back in the previous lecture where we have finished. So after doing this Ohm's law, let's go back into the flash where we have discussed the Ohm's verifications of Ohm's law. So in verification of Ohm's law. So in verification of Ohm's law, we got V is equal to ml by Na e square tau into I. We got this mathematical expression in the previous lecture and then we compare by Ohm's law. So comparing with V is equal to R into I. So when we compare both of them, what we got? We got the resistance. So we got the new formula for resistance and we have already written. We will write one more time. इससे practice ही हो जाएगा. It would be ml by Na e square tau. Okay. So we got a new expression for the resistance, and let's first of all talk about the resistance here. So after this, let's talk about the resistance. So what is the resistance? It is again 10th class, you know that, but let's work on that. So what is resistance? It is the opposition, you know that, opposition offered to the flow of charges flow of charges through the conductor. Through the conductor. So what is the resistance? We know that from our story कि हम लोग इस चैप्टर में in this unit we are going to allow the charges to be flow from one point to another point. But due to this environmental thermal condition, means at room temperature, we have free electrons because the conductors have a low work function, but they are in a random manner. So to get the effect completely, what we require some external agency which can compel all the charges to be moved in a one direction so that their net current effect can be added. हमें कुछ effect मिले जिसे हम लोग current बुलाते हैं. So for that we provide the external electric field, and when we provide the external electric field, these charges will start moving opposite to the direction of electric field. We know that. So when they move, definitely their path would be in a zigzag path, but they are all trying to move it. It is similarly like your lunch time. Imagine that you are at the school and there is a lunch is going on, means break time is going on, and you all, either boys and girls, you all are in the ground itself. आप लोग ground में हैं. Now, so since when you are in the ground itself, so every of the student present in the ground, they are roaming here and there, they are roaming in a random direction. तो ये वैसा ही है जैसा room temperature पे conductor के पास electrons होते हैं. Now, what is going to happen? Now, when the lunch is being over, so जब lunch over होता है तो all the electrons are, means all the students are compiling to move towards your classroom building. So for that आपके पास क्या है? For that आप जानते हैं आपके DPs होते हैं, आपके सर डंडा लेके आपके पीछे जाते हैं. So that is that external agency जो आपको compel कर रहे हैं कि go into the classroom. So your whole crowd जो ground में यहाँ वहाँ बिखरा हुआ था, they all will try to rush towards the classroom. वो सारे classroom में जाने का कोशिश करें. But when they all try to move into one same direction, and since you know that we have various number of free electrons in a unit volume, that general value was near about 10 power 28 number of electron per meter cube in a unit volume. That is the number density. बहुत ज़्यादा है. And when they all rush towards the classroom, means when they all rush towards in a one particular direction, definitely आप लोगों का आपस में भी collision होता है. So they will collide with each other, and due to that collision, so whenever the two things collide with each other, in that thing, during the collision, your motion is always been opposed. Means आप चल रहे हो, आप भाग रहे हो और आप किसी के साथ collide करते हो, तो आपका flow हमेशा break down होता है. Means we can say अगर हम किसी से टकराते हैं, so we will say that our motion is being opposed by that thing जिससे हम लोग collide हुए. So in the same manner, when the various number of electrons moves through the conductor, they always collide with each other, and due to that collision, then opposition is being experienced by the electron. So how much opposition is being experienced by the electron when it is moved through the conductor? That opposition is called as resistance. इसे क्या बुलाते हैं? Resistance. And we got the formula for the resistance. But first of all, by Ohm's law, we will discuss from the Ohm's law. So by Ohm's law, what is the resistance? R is equal to V upon I. We have this. No? By this we can compare this R in this manner. We will talk about this formula later on. But first of all, let it be clear with the small. So if it is R is equal to V upon I, let's talk about these small things. SI unit of resistance, you can say it is volt per ampere, or you can say ohm. So we are known for that. So SI unit of resistance, either you can say volt per ampere or either it is ohm. Okay. Now let's talk about the next SI unit after. Let's talk about the dimension formula. So let's talk about the dimension formula. So since it is V by I, and what is V? V stands for potential difference. And what is potential difference? It is the work done to move a test charge from one point to another point within the electric field. So mathematically V is equal to W by Q. Clear? And in the divide what we have? I. And I stands for, I means the current. Or current is itself is a fundamental quantity. So it has been I itself. So we will not change this. So work done. So the dimension formula for work done is mL2T minus 2. Force into displacement. Charge, its dimension formula is 80. And current is itself a dimension fundamental quantity. So it would be A. So when we solve this out, so what we got? mL2 T minus 3 A minus 2. So this is your dimension formula for resistance. Please, as I told you in the class 11th, it's also that the dimension formula is not that thing which is being only limited to that chapter named as the unit and measurement. वहीं तक नहीं है वो. In every chapter, either in the 11th or in the 12th, in every of the physical quantity, जब भी आप कोई एक नया physical quantity को define करते हैं, we have to make the dimension for that. If I forgot to give the dimension of any of the physical quantity, by any means, अगर मैं किसी भी physical quantity का dimension बताना अगर आपको भूल गया हूँ, by any means, sorry for that, but please we have to gather that. तो अगर कोई भूल गए हैं जिसके बारे में मैंने लेक्चर में आपसे बात नहीं किया है, I skipped something, please let me know. We can discuss about that and we can solve that. और you all know that how to make the dimension. So I'm pretty sure कि आप लोग वो खुद से कर सकते हैं. So we have the SI unit and we have the dimension for that. Done? Now we have the one more formula for the resistance, so we can also note it down. So this was your first formula, but our second formula for resistance is mL by NAE square tau. Done? Now, since R is equal to M by NE square tau, I am doing something. I am separating the L and I am also separating the A. तो मैं L को अलग कर रहा हूँ और A को अलग कर रहा हूँ. So from the denominator I am writing A on this side and L. But mathematically it is great. But since we know that R is equal to rho L by A. Remember class 10th, R means the resistance depend upon the various factors, like factor number 1 length, it has been directly proportional to length. Number 2 area, it has been inversely proportional to. Number 3 nature of material, which was the resistivity. So now if we compare this equation and this equation, so if I give this name as a 1 and 2, so if I compare 1 and 2, what we have? R, L, A. So what you are getting in place of resistivity? So by 1 and 2 we got the resistivity, rho is equal to M by NE square tau. So we got a new term here and that constant term is called as resistivity. And we know that resistivity also depends upon M stands for mass of electron, which is constant. E stands for charge of electron. But what is that small n stands for? So small n stands for the number density of electron. And that number density of electron depend upon nature of material. Okay, so first of all we will continue to talk about, so I hope you have all written on that. So I am rubbing it. So we got about, or we have to know about a new term, and that new term is first of all resistivity. So let's talk about the resistivity rho. So what is the resistivity? It is the ability of any conductor. It is the ability of any conductor to allow the opposition to flow of charges. Okay, so means in simple language, if I want to say what is resistance, it is the opposition offered to the flow of charges. But what is the resistivity? It is the ability to oppose the flow of charges. So it is the opposition offered to the flow of charges. It is the ability to oppose the flow of charges. So it is being the ability. This word should be highlighted. This is the only difference between resistance and resistivity, and let us make this difference very much clear. So what is resistance? So I want to take again as an example. Let's suppose in our school there has been a regular meeting between your parents and teacher. आपके parents और teacher के बीच में regular meeting होता है. We call that as a PTM. And apart from the PTM, your teachers mostly contact with your parents about your study, about your behavior, या फिर आपके parents आपके teachers को call करते हैं. So imagine that your teacher means me itself contact with any of your parents. अगर आपके किसी भी parents के साथ contact में होते हैं, and we are talking about your academic score. हम लोग आपके academics के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, not behavior, your personality, वो other aspect है. We are talking about the academic score. So what is the first thing that I told to your parents? मैंने आपके parents को एक statement कहा, and I state that this student XYZ जिनके भी parents हैं, I state that this student has ability to score 90%. So I say that it has ability to score 90%. कि इस स्टूडेंट का एबिलिटी है कि वो 90% स्कोर कर सकता है. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट. सेकेंडली, मैंने आपके पेरेंट्स को दूसरा स्टेटमेंट कहा दैट दिस स्टूडेंट हैज स्कोर्ड 82%. आपके स्टूडेंट ने या आपके बच्चे ने 82% स्कोर किया. सो मेरा पहला स्टेटमेंट कि आपका स्टूडेंट, आपका बच्चा, योर चाइल्ड, योर वार्ड कैन स्कोर 90%. आपका वार्ड 90% स्कोर कर सकता है. और सेकंड स्टेटमेंट में आपका वार्ड ने 82% स्कोर किया. सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. फर्स्ट थिंग वाज एबिलिटी, कि आप कितना कर सकते हो. इट इज योर एबिलिटी. तो वो उसका नेचर है, वो उसका बिहेवियर है. तो आप कितना कर सकते हैं, आप कितने मार्क्स स्कोर करोगे. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि 90 लेने चाहिए. दैट डिपेंड अपॉन IQ. वो IQ लेवल पे डिपेंड करता है. वो आपका नेचर है कि आप कर सकते हो. बट एक्चुअल में आप कितना कर रहे हो, दैट इज द डिफरेंट थिंग. इट इज लाइक अ सिमिलर थिंग. हाउ मच मार्क्स दैट यू कैन स्कोर. आप कितना अपोजिशन लगा सकते हैं. दिस इज द रेजिस्टिविटी. दिस इज द बिहेवियर ऑफ द कंडक्टर. बट हाउ मच यू आर अपोजिंग, आप कितना अपोज कर रहे हैं, एक्चुअली में दिस इज द रेजिस्टर. इट मींस यू कैन से रेजिस्टेंस डिपेंड अपॉन द रेजिस्टिविटी. तो आप कितना मार्क्स स्कोर करेंगे वो कहीं ना कहीं आपका एबिलिटी पे डिपेंड करता है. आप 82 मार्क्स स्कोर कर रहे हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं वो आपके नेचर पे है, आपका कैरेक्टर है कि आपकी एबिलिटी इतनी थी. ओके, आपने अपनी एबिलिटी को फाइनली टच नहीं किया. यू कैन स्कोर 90%, आप स्कोर 82 कर रहे हो, बट इन दैट 82% कहीं ना कहीं आपका एबिलिटी भी एक रोल करता है. दैट मींस योर रेजिस्टिविटी प्ले अ रोल. But apart from that resistivity, resistance also depend upon some of the factor like the length and area. Now what is the length and area? Length and area are also the factors जो आपके resistance को बताएगा. But these are the physical one. वो हमारे ऊपर है कि हम कितना length लेते हैं. So more be the length, more be the resistance. More be the area, less be the resistance. That is the difference. Means in the same exam that your resistance means you are scoring 82%. आपने 82% स्कोर किया. आप 90% स्कोर कर सकते हैं. So your 82% which you scored, ये आपके पास एक्चुअली है. So it depend upon आपके एबिलिटी कितनी. नंबर 2, you scored 82%. It depend upon कि How many time you have revised your notes? आपने अपने नोट्स को कितनी बार रिवाइज किया. ये उस फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी पे भी डिपेंड करता है. बिफोर द एग्जाम आप लोगों ने कितना टाइम अपनी स्टडीज को दिया, आपने रिवीजन कितनी बार किए, आपने क्लास टेस्ट जो हुए क्लास में वो आपने कितनी बार अटेम्प्ट किए. एवरीथिंग, एवरी फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी आपके ऊपर मैटर करती है. बिफोर द एग्जाम क्या आप लोगों ने अपनी बॉडी को फुल रिलैक्स किया. मींस आपका कल बोर्ड का एग्जाम है और एक नाइट बिफोर आप क्या आप अपने आप को फुली स्लीप मोड में लेके जा रहे हो ताकि आप लोग अगले दिन रिलैक्स मोड में उठे? सो दीज आर द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी। तो नेचर पे तो डिपेंड करेगा, तो आपने कितने परसेंटेज स्कोर किए वो आपके नेचर पे डिपेंड करता है। इन 11th क्लास आपका रिजल्ट आ गया है, यू नो दैट, and when you know that कि in 11th class I scored that much, so it depend upon your ability, but along with your ability it depend upon कि आपका प्रैक्टिस कितनी बार हुआ, आपने क्लास टेस्ट कितनी बार दिए, आपने अदर मंथली एग्जाम्स में कैसा प्रिपेयर किया, आपका रिवीजन हुआ या नहीं हुआ, आपके डाउट्स क्लियर हुए कि नहीं हुए, आपने घर पे कितना टाइम दिया, आप अपनी स्टडी को किस तरीके से इफेक्टिवली बनाते हैं, तो आप किन किन बुक्स को ओबे करते हैं, आप टीचर्स की गाइड पे चलते हैं या नहीं। These are the various physical जो आपके इसको डिसाइड करते हैं, and this is your only nature. So that's why with that resistance and resistivity हमें लाइफ में एक और चीज सीखने को मिलता है। तो थोड़ा सा ज्ञान का बात आ गया भाई, आदत है मेरा, कभी कभी हो जाता है। That resistivity it is like your ability of scoring the marks. I'm not talking about the marks here कि सारे बच्चे 95 लेके आए, it doesn't matter। रजनी सर ने भी आपको बताया था एक लेक्चर में, इट डजंट मैटर कि हर बार मार्क्स स्कोर करने वाला ही बेस्ट होता है, बट हमेशा अपनी एबिलिटी पे वर्क करना है यार। इस बात को तो मैं कहूंगा, इफ यू आर कैपेबल ऑफ स्कोरिंग 95%, अगर आपका एबिलिटी 95% है, एंड योर एबिलिटी को बताने के लिए, टू मेंशन योर एबिलिटी, इट डज नॉट मीन कि टीचर आपको बताए, यू ऑल नो दैट, आप वहां पे जितने भी लोग हैं, you all know that कि how much we are capable of scoring after studying, मेरा IQ कितना है आप सब जानते हैं। So firstly self analyzation is the most important thing, खुद को पहचानने की जरूरत है कि मैं कितना कर सकता हूँ। Now if I am saying if there is a student which has the ability of scoring 95%, उसका ability है कि वो 95% स्कोर कर सकता है। So now अब मैं आपको कहूँगा, अगर आपका एबिलिटी 95 है तो प्लीज डैम श्योर 95 आने चाहिए। अजीब लग रहा है बट डैम श्योर, अगर एबिलिटी 95 है तो 95 आना ही चाहिए। इफ योर एबिलिटी इज 95 एंड यू आर स्कोरिंग 90, 95 is your ability and you are scoring 90%, that student according to me is not doing the proper work with all its capability। इसका मतलब उस स्टूडेंट ने अपनी कैपेबिलिटी को ईमानदारी से वर्क नहीं किया with the hardness, it means he is a failure, वो फेलियर हो गया है। means failure word does not mean I am demoralizing, but it means कि आपकी एबिलिटी 95% थी, ओके यू वर्क वेरी हार्ड, आपने सारा काम किया, एग्जाम में पेपर में 90% आ गए, दैट इज द डिफरेंट थिंग कि 90 मेहनत पूरे किया बट 90 आ गए, वो अप एंड डाउन हो जाता है, बट 95% कैपेबिलिटी है और आप 95 का सोच के कभी जा ही नहीं रहे हो। एबिलिटी इज 95% और 60-70% का काम करके आ जाते हैं, ठीक है फाइनल में देख लेंगे। दिस एटीट्यूड इज योर फेलियर। If your ability is 70%, go with the 70%. अगर आपका एप्टीट्यूड 70% है और आपने 69 स्कोर कर लिया, अकॉर्डिंग टू मी दैट स्टूडेंट इज द बेस्ट वन, क्योंकि उसने अपनी एबिलिटी को स्कोर किया। सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज द एबिलिटी ऑफ अपोजिंग। ओके, वापस से टॉपिक पे आ जाते हैं। सो एबिलिटी ऑफ एनी कंडक्टर टू अपोज द फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज इज कॉल्ड एज रेजिस्टिविटी, कि कितना अपोजिशन लगा सकते हैं इज द रेजिस्टिविटी, एंड कितना अपोजिशन लगा रहे हैं इज द रेजिस्टेंस। So this is being talk about the resistivity, and we have the formula for resistivity is m by n e square tau. But if we compare from here, we have one more formula for resistivity. It is R A by L. Sorry, it is L. So we can have the two parallel formulas. ये formulas हमारे पुराने हैं। These are the formulas from our 10th class. R is equal to rho L by A, V is equal to Ri. But we are getting the new formula for R. R is equal to ml by n A E square tau. R is equal, rho is equal to, by comparing m by n E square tau. These are the new one जो आपको एक new definition देंगे अभी और आपको new चीजें पढ़ने में help करेंगे। But before that, let us finish the resistivity first. So let's talk about the SI unit. So rho resistance is ohm, area is meter square by meter, and what is the SI unit of resistivity? It is ohm meter. Clear? Let's talk about the dimension formula. So it is ohm into meter. Ohm means resistance. And what is the dimension of resistance? M L2T minus 3A minus 2 into meter. And meter means length. Means R should be multiplied with the length of the dimension. So it becomes M L3T minus 3A minus 2. So this is your dimension formula for the resistivity, and the SI unit for resistivity is ohm meter. So first of all, by dealing with this all concept, please note it down, the definition of resistance, SI unit, dimension formula, and how we compare to get the resistivity. हम लोगों ने resistivity को कैसे निकाला? Done? And similarly for resistivity. Now we get to know, अब हमें आइडिया हो चुका है what is the resistivity means और what is the resistance means, और अब हमें इनके formulas भी मालूम हो गए हैं. So let's start dealing with the resistance and the resistivity with the one of the most important is dependence of resistance or resistivity with one of the most important on which it depends is temperature. Let us do with the temperature dependence. Temperature पे depend करवाते हैं क्योंकि because it depend ना, Ohm's law में temperature is the most constant factor. So let us try to work on that. And first of all, we are going to study dependence of resistance of conductor. So what is conductor? You all know that. Conductor, it is that material which allow the flow of charges through it. So the material which can allow the flow of charges through it is known as the conductor. But in another language you can also call what is conductor? The material which offers the low resistance. वो मटेरियल जो लो रेजिस्टेंस ऑफर करता है, और यू कैन से which offers the most importantly low resistivity. So the material which have low resistivity. Resistivity means ability to oppose. So वो मटेरियल जिसका अपोज करने का एबिलिटी ही कम है. तो अगर आपका एबिलिटी ही कम है तो आप तो मार्क्स भी स्कोर ही कम करोगे. अगर आपका एबिलिटी ऑफ स्कोरिंग कम है तो आपके मार्क्स भी कम ही आएंगे. Okay, don't bother. But if there is a student who can score of ability, वो केवल ability है 50 to 60 marks score करने की. That is the different IQ. Academic में इतना है, might be क्या पता दूसरे field में वो best हो. But let's suppose any student in academy has a ability of 50 to 60. तो definitely अगर उसका 50 to 60 है तो वो इतना ही around score कर सकता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर उसका 60% एबिलिटी IQ 60% का है और वो आज 98% अचानक से स्कोर कर गया, तो वो डायरेक्ट और फेयर मींस में तो नहीं हो सकता. सो इफ द मटेरियल हैव अ लो रेजिस्टिविटी, जिसका रेजिस्टिविटी लो होगा तो डेफिनेटली लो रेजिस्टेंस होगा, एंड सच टाइप ऑफ मटेरियल इज कॉल्ड एज कंडक्टर. So it's my request that from this onwards try to call the new definition of conductor. इस तरीके से बोलना शुरू कीजिए. वो पुराना हो गया that which allow the flow of electricity is called as conductor, which do not allow is insulator. That's the good thing, correct है वो, but उसे skip कर देते हैं, वो थोड़ा primary level हो गया है. So what is conductor? That which offers the low resistivity. So let us try to understand first of all resistance. So what is resistance? ml by na e square tau. Let's talk about the resistance. What is m stands for? Mass of the electron, which is always constant. What is L stands for? The length of the conductor, which is also constant, जो हम लोगों ने एक बार फाइनल कर दिया. What is A stands for? Area, वो भी हम लोग चलो फाइनल कर देते हैं. E stands for charge of electron. So N stands for number density, means number of electrons. So let's talk about with increase in temperature. I am increasing in temperature. So अगर मैं temperature को increase करता हूँ, if the temperature is increasing, okay? So if the temperature is increasing, that the number density of electron is remain constant. Means in conductors, the number of free electrons per unit volume is always constant. Means if a copper has number of electron are 10 की power 25, imagine that copper has 10 power 25 number of electron in a unit volume, इतने हैं उसके पास unit volume में. So आप copper चाहे बढ़ा लीजिए, either you take the small size of the copper or either you increase the temperature of the copper, the number density of the copper is always remain the same. So number density तब तक change नहीं होता जब तक material change नहीं होगा. So for that वो हम लोगों ने previous lecture में लिखा था that number density depend upon the nature of material. So for the conductor the number density remain the constant, but there is one thing which is relaxation time. So with increase in temperature, relaxation time decreases. Temperature is being inversely proportional to relaxation time. Let me clear again. What is relaxation time? It is the average time interval between two successive collision. दो लगातार collision के बीच का time है. So अगर हम temperature बढ़ाते हैं, if we increase the temperature, the electron will get the more thermal energy. अगर temperature बढ़ा रहे हैं, it means heat बढ़ा रहे हैं. More be the heat, it means more be the thermal energy. More be the thermal energy means more be the kinetic energy gained by the electron. जितना ज़्यादा heat दोगे तो electron को kinetic energy उतना ज़्यादा मिलेगा. More be the kinetic energy, it means more be the velocity. And more be the velocity attained by the electron, it means less be the time interval. तो अगर velocity ज़्यादा होगी तो दो collision के बीच में time small लगेगा. Okay, do not compare velocity and relaxation time by that relation. ये मैंने last lecture में भी end में discuss किया था. So what we got that by increasing the temperature, relaxation time decreases, and since resistance is being inversely proportional to relaxation time because all these factors are constant. So with respect to temperature change करने से ये सारे factor constant है. So if all the factors are constant for the conductor, so resistance is being inversely. So that's why if resistance is being inversely proportional and relaxation time is being inversely to the temperature, so what we got? Resistance is being directly proportional to temperature. It means more be the temperature. अगर हम temperature बढ़ाएंगे तो relaxation time कम होगा. If less be the relaxation time, more be the opposition. It means it is being inversely proportional. And if temperature and relaxation are inversely, resistance and relaxation are inversely, so therefore resistance and temperature are being directly. So the resistance of conductor is being directly proportional to temperature. It means more be the temperature, more be the resistance offered by the conductor. जितना ज़्यादा temperature होगा, conductor उतना ही ज़्यादा आपको opposition feel कराएगा. Got it? And if it is like that, so we can have the plotting. So it is being R versus T, and the plotting would be something like that. Means the graph we will take from a little bit ahead. Means we will not start from the origin, because if the graph starts from the origin, what it indicates? Temperature is 0. ठीक है, temperature तो 0 हो सकता है, but if we start from the origin, it means x-axis is also 0 and y is also 0. And on the y-axis we have taken the resistance. We have taken the resistance, and for any conductor, किसी भी conductor के लिए resistance absolute 0 नहीं हो सकता. Okay, if any conductor, अभी के लिए just only statement, if any conductor shows the absolute 0 resistance, we call that conductor as a superconductor. हम उसको क्या बुलाते हैं? Superconductor. तो फिर वो अलग category चला गया ना, like conductor, insulator, semiconductor. You heard about that. There is one more is called as superconductor. Means the conductor which offers the absolute 0 resistance. तो वो थोड़ा सा रूम टेम्परेचर पे और रियल लाइफ पे इनप्रैक्टिकल है. तो यानी सुपर कंडक्टर रियल लाइफ में आपके घर पे, आपके रूम टेम्परेचर पे अवेलेबल नहीं हो सकता. वो हम लोग व्हेन वी स्टडी अबाउट द सुपर कंडक्टर तब बात करेंगे. सो दैट्स व्हाई कंडक्टर, अ नॉर्मल कंडक्टर एट रूम टेम्परेचर और 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस नहीं हो सकता. तो अगर ऐसा है तो हमारा ग्राफ थोड़ा सा ऊपर से शुरू होगा, पॉइंट 1. पॉइंट 2, इट इज बीन डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी. ओके, लेट मी क्लियर वन मोर थिंग बेटा. दैट वन मोर थिंग इज इट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी. Proportionality word means that if we increase the right hand side, the left hand side factor will also increase. अगर हम टेम्परेचर बढ़ाएंगे तो रेजिस्टेंस भी बढ़ेगा, इसका कहने का मतलब है. But with what rate it is going to increase, proportionality never says like that. कि अगर आप टेम्परेचर बढ़ाते हैं तो रेजिस्टेंस बढ़ेगा, बट ये थोड़ी कहता है कि अगर टेम्परेचर 2 गुना होता है, if I say that if the temperature becomes 2 times, resistance will also become 2 times. It never say. Proportionality कभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं बताता. हाँ, V versus I in the Ohm's law, V is directly proportional to I, और हम लोगों ने straight line बना दिया. और there are various, might be बहुत सारे पुराने ग्राफ होंगे जिसमें आप लोगों ने वो चीजें ड्रॉ करती सीधा बना दिया. These alls are practically observed data, और उन्हीं डाटा को graphically represent किया गया. So all the data has been practically observed, then they are being represented in a graphical, and then we get to know that this particular variation is being a straight line. जैसे it was Q versus V in capacitance, V versus I in Ohm's law. But proportionality का हर बार meaning नहीं होता कि वो straight line ही जाएगा. Please let me clear. So how the quantities are going to vary, how the two quantities are going to change with respect to each other, that has been only observed, or that can only be observed by doing the some practical data. जब हम उसे practically inform करते हैं तब हमें पता चलता है. And when we take a random conductor, जब हम लोगों ने एक random conductor लिया like copper iron, and we start increasing its temperature, जैसे जैसे हम temperature बढ़ाते गए, resistance is increasing, but not with that even rate. So वो even rate से नहीं हुआ. So that's why the plotting for the conductor is uneven. Okay? And how the resistance vary with the temperature directly, but we have a formulation. अब हमारे पास एक formula है जो for the competition it helps a lot of time. In NCERT exercise there is only one single question which is related to that. If we change the temperature, the resistance also changes. So we have done this on the basis of practical manner. But what was that practical manner? How we obtain this relation? So for that आपको एक बार वापस से अपने पुराने knowledge पे जाना पड़ेगा. Please go back in the flash in the class 11. So एक बार class 11th में जाते हैं. And in class 11th there was a chapter in the part 2 named as the thermal properties of the matter. Got you? Thermal properties of the matter, where by changing the temperature initially in that chapter at the starting, where by changing the properties of the matter, हम लोगों ने properties of the किसी भी substance की temperature properties को change किया, and by that we get to know about that various physical parameters of that substance also changes. Means we studied about the expansion. And the expansion has been classified into 3 categories. What was? Linear expansion, that by increasing the temperature length increases. Second was area expansion or surface expansion, that was area. And third was the volumetric expansion. And every expansion have their coefficient. Coefficient of linear expansion alpha, coefficient of area expansion beta, and coefficient of volumetric expansion gamma. That relates means यूनिट टेम्परेचर के रिस्पेक्ट में आपकी कितनी लेंथ, एरिया या टेम्परेचर चेंज होता है. सो आई थिंक यू गॉट दैट रिवाइज थिंग. सो इन द सेम मैनर वी हेल्प आउट इन द सेम थिंग. हम उसी चीज से और उसी तरीके से हम लोग यहाँ पे भी वर्क करते हैं. दैट वेरिएशन ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस, वेरिएशन ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस विद टेम्परेचर. So let me clear that from the starting onwards we are doing the same thing. We are studying the dependence or the variation of resistance with the temperature. So हम लोग वही काम कर रहे हैं. So but initially we find the variation in proportionality. पहले हम लोगों ने variation in terms of proportionality देखा. Secondly we found the variation by using the graphical method. So second हम लोगों ने variation graphically देखा. So it was proportionality terms में हमने relation देखा, okay directly है. इसमें हम लोगों ने उसे graphically देखा, and now we are going to approach mathematically. Okay, so let at T naught there is a temperature. The resistance is at T naught, the resistance is R naught. So at initial temperature we have T naught and we have the resistance as a R naught. Now at T temperature, the new resistance, definitely हमारे पास resistance तो change होने ही वाला है. That new resistance is RT. So original initial temperature was T naught, final temperature is T. Original temperature was R naught and final is RT. Okay, but I will go with that. But before that, please, by pausing the video, first of all note down the proportionality and the graph. Done? Okay, I am rubbing here. So if you know, I am revising that again. How we studied that linear expansion of that, I am doing that. What we have done, that the change in length is being directly proportional to what? Number one, it is being directly proportional to change in temperature. Number two, it is being directly proportional to original length. I am talking about linear expansion. So that's why the change in length, when the proportionality sign remove, a constant comes called as coefficient of linear expansion, L delta T. Remember? In the same manner, change in area is coefficient of area expansion, original area into change in temperature, and similarly change in volume was coefficient of volumetric expansion into area, into original volume into change in temperature. Got it? So in the same manner we studied practically. ऐसे ही हम लोगों ने, because here also the temperature is changing. Here also temperature is responsible for changing the physical property of that body, and here that property or here that quantity is resistance. तो पहले हम लोगों ने लेंथ चेंज किया, एरिया चेंज किया, वॉल्यूम चेंज किया. वो बॉडी का फिजिकल पैरामीटर का था कि उसका सरफेस कैसे चेंज हो रहा है. बट हियर वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी अबाउट इट्स रेजिस्टेंस फैक्टर. बट it is also because of the temperature, so that's why we will approach in the same manner. So change in resistance, because here the resistance is changing, so delta R is being directly proportional to what? Change in temperature, and it is being directly proportional to original resistance. So in the various books this relation is being, I am not saying in every book, but in the most of the book, like in SL itself, this relation has been directly related. तो जो final result आएगा वो directly लिखा हुआ है most of the book में, and we have the last option to study that. And what is that last option? रट लेते हैं. But here I want that you should know that कि how this formula has been expressed. ये formula express कैसे हुआ? It is not the derivation, it is just only the expression method. So when this proportionality sign remove, a constant come, and here the constant has a symbol alpha R naught delta T, where alpha is called as temperature coefficient, and it depends upon nature of material. So similarly, like if you know that coefficient of linear expansion, either coefficient of surface expansion or either coefficient of volumetric expansion, these all coefficients depend upon the nature of material. Means हर मटेरियल का एक्सपैंड करने का जो रेट है either linearly, either surfacely or either volumetrically is different. That's why यहाँ पे भी it is temperature coefficient and it is also depend upon nature of material. So it means for every material we have the different coefficient, temperature coefficient. What is delta R? Change in resistance. Original was R naught, final was RT. So it become RT minus R naught. Final minus initial, and final temperature is being greater than the initial if T is greater than T naught. Okay, so check this out. हम इस condition को लेके चल रहे हैं. So original temperature was T naught, final is T. It means we are rising the temperature. So RT minus R naught, alpha R naught. What is the change in temperature? It is T minus T naught. Okay, so when this will go here, it would be positive. So it would be R naught plus alpha R naught T minus T naught. And what is the common? What is the common here? The common part is, R naught. And when the R naught is common, so RT is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. And here we have an expression for resistance at T temperature is equal to original resistance into 1 plus temperature of coefficient into T minus T naught means change in temperature. Means resistance at T temperature. अब तो हमें पहले तो ये पता चला proportionality means with respect to temperature how resistance change, it is directly. Then we get to know about the graphical, जो हम लोग जब कभी भी practically work करते हैं, that graphical data given by the various physicists or various scientists, and the data would be like that. Okay, and now we have the some mathematical relation. Means at T temperature, पहले आपका T naught temperature पे resistance was R naught. So what would be the temperature at T? So the new resistance RT is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Got it? So please note it down after the graph. First proportionality. I hope you have noted down graph, and this is your mathematical formula for resistance. How the resistance with the temperature. Done? Okay. So we have studied about how the resistance vary with the temperature for conductor. Similarly, let's talk about the resistivity. So हम लोगों ने resistance तो deal कर लिया. Now let's talk about the resistivity. So resistivity variation. So we know that resistivity rho is equal to m by n e square tau. Again, this whole term is constant for conductor. Constant for conductor. So since I'm doing little bit quick, since temperature is inversely proportional to relaxation time, so if we increase the temperature, relaxation time decreases, and resistivity is also being inversely proportional to relaxation time by this relation. So therefore resistivity is directly proportional to temperature for conductor. And the good thing about that, when we study practically, proportionality relation भी यही आया, resistance was also directly with the temperature, and resistivity of the conductor is also being found directly with the temperature. Now the new thing, in the class 10th, what we have taught, हमें क्या पढ़ाया गया और हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा, that the resistivity of any material means the ability to oppose the flow of charge of any material only depends upon what nature of material. आज तक तो यही पढ़ाया गया था कि रेजिस्टिविटी तभी चेंज होता है जब आप लोग उसका नेचर बदल देते हैं, है ना. इफ द कॉपर इज बीइंग रिप्लेस्ड बाय द आयरन और आयरन विद द एनी एल्यूमिनियम, या मतलब किसी भी मेटल को अगर आप चेंज करते हो तभी आपका रेजिस्टिविटी चेंज होता है. दैट इज द थिंग व्हिच हैज बीन टॉट टू अस. हमें जो पढ़ाया गया वही. बट द न्यू थिंग दैट आई एम इंट्रोड्यूसिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, दैट definitely resistivity depend upon the nature of material means n, but it also depend upon relaxation time, and that relaxation time is also depend upon temperature. Means indirect way में घूम के turn out करके, so by turning out in this manner घूम फिर के resistivity also depend upon temperature. So the second factor जो आपको ध्यान में रखना है, एक new चीज जो ऐड किया है, that resistivity depend upon nature of material, but along with that it also depend upon temperature. So if it is with temperature, when we perform the practically, the variation of resistivity was also being found in a similar manner resistance. So by this manner you can say the graph of resistance versus temperature, and you can say the graph of resistivity versus temperature both are same for the conductor. तो आप उसी ग्राफ में बना सकते हैं. You can plot it. आपको सेपरेट बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है for resistivity. Do the mathematical. The graph would be the previous one because the variation of resistance versus temperature or resistivity versus temperature is the same. Done? And now mathematical. So mathematically we have find out this. RT is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Done? This was the formula. RT means resistance at T temperature. So it would be R is equal to rho. So rho T. Resistivity at T temperature L by A. R naught original resistivity L by A. Here temperature is been changing, and I know that temperature is always been responsible for change in length and area due to linear expansion and area expansion, definitely better. But here when we talk about change in temperature, जब भी हम यहाँ पे temperature change का बात कर रहे हैं, we are not talking about very high difference in the temperature. हम ऐसे बात नहीं कर रहे कि 50 डिग्री सेल्सियस बढ़ गया या फिर 100 डिग्री बढ़ गया, इतना कि मेटल का लेंथ या डायमेंशन चेंज हो जाए. So इतना ज़्यादा नहीं टेम्परेचर चेंज हो रहा है. यहाँ पे टेम्परेचर माइट बी चेंजेस बाय 2 डिग्री 3 डिग्री 5 डिग्री, बहुत स्मॉल अमाउंट में हो रहा है. So that small amount of change in temperature, जो small change in temperature है, वो resistance और resistivity में जो change है, उसमें change तो देखो length में भी आता है. If the temperature is being changed by small amount, so what is the change in length? It is equal to alpha L delta T. If delta T is very small, तो delta L होगा. There is a small change in what? Length. But the alpha means the coefficient of linear expansion is that small for the conductor. Conductor के लिए alpha, I am talking about coefficient of linear expansion, इतना छोटा होता है कि delta L would be very very small. And if the delta L is very very small, तो length में बहुत minute सा change हुआ. Total length is 10 centimeter and change in length is 0.001 centimeter. कितना हुआ? Negligible. So temperature यहाँ पे इतना ज़्यादा change नहीं हो रहा है कि वो आपकी length को change करे या area को change करे. Okay? तो कोई इसे उसके साथ mix करे. यहाँ पे temperature changes, but it would be in a very small amount. So that's why the length and area would be considered as the same. 1 plus alpha. Alpha means temperature coefficient T minus T naught. Done? L A cancel and we got a new relation. Rho T is equal to rho naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. And this is the mathematical formula for resistivity at T temperature. Got it? So this is the formula that we have basically. Okay? So please, we have studied about the Ohm's law, we have studied about the resistivity, we have studied about the resistance, we got the basic concept related to resistance and resistivity, and the most important, we studied the dependence of resistance and resistivity with the temperature. Done? For the conductor. हम लोगों ने केवल आज कंडक्टर को ही पढ़ा है, how the resistance of conductor with the temperature or resistivity of conductor with the temperature. Now, in the next lecture, we will study about the alloy, we will study about the semiconductor also little bit. अभी यहाँ पे इस चैप्टर में तो कंडक्टर ही पढ़ने, but थोड़ा सा graphically और देख लेंगे small amount. Then we will discuss. Okay, so with the relation of that, there is a one numerical in the NCERT exercise that you will get just after now. आपको अभी वीडियो में वो numerical मिल ही जाएगा. I hope वो आराम से हो सकता है. So please solve this out, 1 or 2 numerical जो आपके पास available है. So complete in your fair notebook, complete up to here. So do it, and please for any doubt, please contact me.